And I also wanted to share, some of my observations along this journey, as far as like it's the persecution, and I noticed one of the, like, it's weird, the Baphomet has a whole course of evil strategies that they use to destroy my life or try to make my life, impossible on this planet. And they have been doing so for the last 8 years, and also longer than that, as we know now. As I disclosed my last recording, I had fame from 94 to 2002, and that fame I didn't know about. You know what I'm saying? From my perspective, the only fame I had was from 13, 14 on up. But that's not reality. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't know about what was happening before then. But it was the reality. I mean, I'm Elijah. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I was known. I was known back then, but then it got covered up during the course of that period between 2002 all the way to 2013. And then they didn't tell me, so they really tried to, they was gonna leave me out to dry like that. You know what I'm saying? To make me feel as though, make me think, you know what I'm saying? They really was gonna leave me like that. Nobody told me. So it was weird like that, but the Baphomet have a number of strategies. And anybody that backtrack, they see clearly, it was a whole, lot of darkness and foul play and all kind of stuff going on, all those years in the early years. You know what I'm saying? And in my personal life, I know there's one strategy that, I've through trial, like just through living and going through this persecution, I've become familiar with. And then it wasn't until later that I find out that, now that we know, that's, after the bread trail and everything, it turns out that, that was something that was being did like when I was a child too. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't understand it. And it's one of the most, years ago, I couldn't think of, the words to be able to put these kind of things put these concepts, into words and stuff. I couldn't even imagine doing it, years ago, but God gave me the wisdom, and that's the thing, the situation. From experience, I see this stuff. I just, I understood it, but I couldn't find the words to explain it. But I call it, these are demon strategies straight from hell. You know what I'm saying? These are things like straight from the devil. And one of them is, it's just like a concept, whereas, you know what I'm saying, if I'm somewhere, walking, you know what I'm saying, in my personal life, for instance, and, and I see, let's say I see a business called, just some random generic stuff, farmland, or something like that. And then I see another business called, I don't know, Earth World, just whatever, just random stuff. And so what happened is, if I see those two places in my personal life, you know what I'm saying, then okay, I see those places in my personal life, and let's say I go to I don't know, a store that's in between them both, or days later I go somewhere else, or I go home or something, and then I check out, say like for instance my finances, and then that's to find out I've been robbed. You know what I'm saying? Some kind of way I've been robbed. I lost so much. You know what I'm saying? I've been robbed of my finances, for no reason, just robbed. And what would happen is, I would, like, the very next time I have any interaction with media, what would happen is, the first thing that'll be on, like, it could be like a makeshift news report or something on TV, you know what I'm saying, or on social media. But it'll be like, now I said it was two businesses called Farmland and Earth World. What would happen is, it'll be a business just out of nowhere. Like, for instance, it'll be a business called, Earth Farm or something like that, and it'll say Earth Farm was robbed on this day or that right there. You know what I'm saying? That of so much money. It was very, very sad event, and that kind of stuff, and then what people see when they hear that, these people, like, people generally, like, somebody that's on the other side of the country or something, don't know what I saw, you know what I'm saying, generally wouldn't know what I saw in my personal life, you feel me? And they wouldn't know what happened to me at that exact instance, because before I get a chance to explain, this already happened to this business, this new business called Earth World, you know what I'm saying, that it's saying they're like, well, Earth World was robbed today, then they have an actual business there. in the news report or whatever, they would be referring to the business, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying, this situation happened to my personal life, and it's the hardest thing to explain, and that's kind of like what I was talking about in 2019, you know, when I said these strange campaigns. You know, that's the kind of situation I couldn't understand it. And that happens like all year, every year, regardless of my circumstances. Like for the last 3-4 years straight, that's been happening. You know, it's just like it follows me, chase me, and just makes my life impossible, and try to make my life here on earth for doing nothing but being a Christian. And, you know, given the vast amount of people who've known about my fame and things, it ain't hard to see that it's not just isolated. These are not isolated instances and events. But that's the kind of example, like, you know, I mean, I see these businesses in my personal life. I just say, not even go to them. You know what I'm saying? If I just like look at and see these businesses, you know what I'm saying, like Farmland and Earth World, and I see these businesses, and, you know, no interaction with them, just happen to see them and just keep going about my business. You know, what happened is, you know, I'll you know, out of nowhere I get robbed. From out of nowhere I get robbed, and then I see these places. I mean, then yeah, I see these businesses, not interacting with them or going to them or anything, but I get robbed, and then they talk about it, you know, on like on the media, any kind of media, and then they're saying that you know, a place called Earth World, you know, Earth, you know, instead of Earth Form or whatever, like they'll use like a blend, like a mix of both names of the thing, and then it turns out it's a real establishment, and it's a real place or a real person. Sometimes it's people, you know what I'm saying? And they're talking about the exact same thing happened, you know what I'm saying, that happened to me in my personal life, which nobody know about, happened to this business or this other person, you know, that name is a combination of the things that I'm going through in my life. It's weirdly, ironically, and that happens hundreds of times per year, hundreds, like back to back, like that, constantly, non-stop, like all year. You know what I'm saying? It's inescapable. You can't go anywhere, can't do anything. They doing this kind of stuff to you every time something bad happens to you. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're doing to you. And I just did not understand what this is. But I desperately needed help for this kind of situation. It's something that's above, you know, my financial bracket, my social class, or you know, anything of that nature. It's way outside, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What a regular person like myself, you know, could have power to, could do anything about it. You know, I mean, especially following the law, civility, legality, do everything civilly possible that you're supposed to do as a regular person, that you can do as a regular person, and then, you know, seeing it only getting worse progressively all year, every year. So, I mean, it's something weird going on, but whatever it is, been going on for the last 20 years, not just the last 8 years. It's a hate crime against God directly. For real.